Oh, that's that. That's that real funky beat. Damn, baby. That's that real funky fresh, y'all. It's your boy, the Thompson Gin Mayer, the man who is a slayer, the Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the bootin' the gluten, man who is tootin'. Like tooting a horn, not like farts. I don't make fart jokes. I'm better than that. It's Harold, baby. And I'm coming to you live from my living room where all the greatest things happen. And I'm here to talk to you guys about life. You know, it's been a minute. Actually, it's been a week. I do this every week. I think we're going to change the format a bit going forward. What I'd like to do, and I say this, but anytime I've thought about doing this, I've then started having bad mental health days and then didn't do it because I wake up and I just feel blah. I just feel like I don't want to do things. I feel sad. And that keeps me from doing the things. But I really have to get in a routine. I have to get into this is what I do every day for my own mental health. My therapist says I got to do it. I got to do it. I've got to do it. And he's right. I do have to do it. Because my biggest problem, I'm giving you guys more information than you probably care about. But you know what? That's probably what I am known for. My biggest problem is just that I am lonely. A few days out of the week, I go pick up my kid from school. So I get to be around people at 2:30. And my lovely girlfriend doesn't get home from work till 5. And I wake up somewhere between 8 and 10, depending on how I slept the night before. And I know you guys are listening to that. It's like, well, that sounds dope. It sounds like you got a nice, free life. And I really wish I could see it that way. But I struggle, man. I struggle with having too much free time, and I get lonely. And there's a lot of things that I can do. I can join I have a gym membership, so I can go there and join one of their classes. I could ask people out just to get a coffee. I go to the library and meet people. I could volunteer somewhere. It's really hard for me to work a typical job right now because I'm going through a lot of physically medical issues that I don't talk about too much right now, that are hopefully leading to a surgery soon, and that will open up more doors for me. What was my point? Oh, my point is that a lot of people would love to have as much free time as I have, and I feel guilty that I don't use it well. But I go to sleep every night thinking tomorrow I'm really going to use my time well. And then I wake up every morning and I go, man, I'm depressed. And I know that this isn't okay and this is not the way that I should be. And I'm working on it, guys. I am seeing so many doctors and trying things. But what I want to do is I want to change the format to get into a routine. And I want to do the Noonan Nugget. And the Noonan Nugget is just a little piece of stuff, a little podcast shorts. Instead of having these long 20 to 45 minute episodes that I'm known for right now, I want to do like 3 episodes a week. And they're the Noonan Nuggets. And it's just, here's some stuff going on. We'll talk for 10 minutes, 10-minute episodes. So I would love to do it every day of the week, but I feel like if I say I'm going to do this every day of the week, I won't stick to it. I will start doing it, and then it will go less and less and less. 3 days a week, I think I can commit to. What I would like to do is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, do a Noonan Nugget, because those are my longer days of loneliness. I don't see my kid those days typically. Typically, those are days without my child. So I have to go from waking up to 5 o'clock before I guarantee get to be around somebody that I love. But I think if I can get on here and just talk to you guys, and even though you won't respond, even though the podcast is only listened to by maybe between like 60 and 100 people per episode, it just makes me feel a little bit better. It makes me feel better talking, knowing someone is going to listen to it. So I think that's what I'm going to try. And I say try because if I wake up and I'm feeling really bad, it's going to be difficult to do. But I really want to try doing that, and I hope you'll join me. Today's episode, we're going to talk about a couple of rando things because that's what Harold's for. That's what Harold does for the people. For the people. But mostly, I'm going to talk about my new hobby. I say hobby, but it's a job. And my new what do they call it? There's a there's a term for the type of things like DoorDash and Uber, and I can't think of what the term is, but there's definitely something that they call it if you're one of those people who does that kind of a work, that kind of pick up and go, not a real job, but make your own schedule type of work. What is it called? Let's look it up. What kind of a job is DoorDash? Independent contractor, that's not what it is. There's like a term, a poster. I don't know what it's called, but if you remember the term for what you call those kind of people who make their own schedule and work those kind of rando jobs, let me know because I don't remember what it is, baby. I don't remember what it is. We have some sad news to report that I just saw over on the Noonan Time, the real Noonan Times Herald, and it's that Heirloom Bake Shop is closing in downtown Noonan. The Heirloom Donuts. And that is kind of sad. My kid loved it. I loved it. And I can't eat donuts because I'm a type 1 diabetic. But I love the smell of donuts. My favorite food in the world are donuts. I can't eat them unless I like if somebody else buys donuts and they're near me and I have a low blood sugar, I will eat a donut and I love it every single time. They're perfect. But I will not go out and buy donuts and bring them home and eat them. When I go visit my niece and nephew, I stop by somewhere and I get donuts, and I always bring donuts for them, and I will sometimes have half a donut while we're all sitting around. But I remember like the week before I ended up in the emergency room because that's what happened. I was undiagnosed diabetic. We didn't know what was wrong with me. We just knew that I was sick. We went to a couple of free clinics. All of them misdiagnosed me. None of them were able to be like, oh, let's check his blood sugar. That might be why. They were all just misdiagnosing. Nobody would check my blood sugar. I think someone actually did check my blood sugar, and they were like, oh, okay, he must have a really bad flu or something. But no one was like, you're a type 1 diabetic. So I was continuing my life as if I wasn't. So I would eat a lot of carbs and I would just throw them up all over the place. That's how I spent like a couple of weeks, a month of my life before I ended up in the hospital, was just losing so much weight. I was down to like 140, and I'm tall. I'm like 6'1". So me being really tall and really skinny, I looked like Skeleton Man. Look like old skeleton. There's a better thing to call it than that. I look like a scarecrow with only half the pine straw. Like if there was a scarecrow up and a cow came by and he just started gnawing on that pine straw and getting that straw out, that sweet pine. Is it pine straw? I think it's hay. I'm way off. There's hay inside of a scarecrow, not pine straw. Although I would think that if you're going to put a scarecrow in like the woods to scare off like raccoons and bears, you might use pine straw because it'd be easier to find. But no, we're thinking of hay. But I look like a hay scarecrow with half the hay. But I was just continuing on because I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. So I was just eating. And one of the things I got, because I ended up in the emergency room, just to mention that. When I got so sick, my wife at the time forced me into the car and she drove me to the hospital. She saved my life. Give her credit for that, big time, because I was refusing to go to the hospital because I didn't have health insurance. I would refuse, and I just laid there dying, just literally dying in bed until she was like, nope, that's too much. We're going. So thanks for that one. Although she wasn't my wife at the time, but she was then later, like a month after that, we got married. So my fiance at the time is the one who got me to the emergency room, and that's when they were like, "Oh, this guy's a diabetic, and he's going to be dead soon. We gotta save him." So they did that. So thanks for that. But before that happened, I remember for Father's Day, I wanted 12 Dunkin' Donuts, and I went to Dunkin' Donuts and I got 12 donuts, and I ate them all in like 2 days. And I was just eating these delicious donuts and throwing them up. And it is the last thing I remember eating before I ended up starting to pass out and losing my memory. Now my diet is much better. I don't eat sweets. If my lovely girlfriend goes and buys something sweet because she can eat sweets, she looks great, she can eat sweets, and everything's fine. I will definitely sneak some. Like, she bought carrot cake recently, and I hadn't had carrot cake. But carrot cake is delicious. Love that. We got a giant cookie cake recently, and I ended up eating a lot of that. So, as I am saying that I don't really eat sweets anymore because I'm a diabetic, the truth is, if there's a delicious baked thing in the house, instead of me letting my sweet baby love enjoy it, I probably eat more of it than her. But it is there for if my blood sugar is low. Like, I will not take insulin to be able to eat sweets. That is not something I do. I don't plan it out. I'm going to do my best to take care of my blood sugar. If something happens and I have a low blood sugar, I'm going to go to that cake. I'm going to go to that sweet cookie cake or that sweet carrot cake. And my girl's good with it. She even, I had a low blood sugar earlier this week, and she messaged me. She's like, "Are you okay?" She always, if I have a low blood sugar, she always checks on me. She always stops whatever she's doing to make sure I'm okay. And she did it, and she was like, "You should eat some of the carrot cake." I was like, yeah, I should. And the truth is I had already taken a bite of the carrot cake before she sent that. So it was a relief for her to then be like, "Yo, baby boy, eat some of that sweet-ass carrot cake." What was my point? My point in all of this is I love the smell of heirloom. Is it heirloom? Is that how you say it? Or heirloom? Whatever. The heirloom donuts in downtown Newnan smell so good. I love the smell. But according to the Times-Herald, on Thanksgiving Day this year, they're going to shut down and we will not have them anymore in their downtown Newnan location. I think they have another location. No, I guess they don't. Damn. The Newnan location was the last heirloom store in Coweta County. I'm sure there's another way to get these donuts. Let's see. Where to get heirloom donuts? It's probably going to give me the one in Newnan and heirloom donuts. Oh, there's one in Peachtree City. Look at that. All right, so it ain't too far. You have to go to Peachtree City, who once again beats us by having something delicious that we don't have. Damn, we lost again. Newnan, we lost again. This time, we did not keep heirloom donuts in business. We should be ashamed of ourselves, and we should not go to the Peachtree City location. We should start a petition that says, bring back donuts. Make donuts Newnan again. That's pretty funny. Make donuts Newnan again. I like that joke. In other exciting news for Peachtree City, Books A Million, which is such a lovely place, will be turning into a Trader Joe's. That's right. This is over on Times-Herald. I'm going to keep plugging them because they're doing the Lord's work. Trader Joe's is coming to Peachtree City. Books A Million is out, which does mean that Newnan still got Barnes & Noble, and Barnes & Noble's dope. Peachtree City's losing Books A Million. So even though we lost our heirloom donuts, we have kept our Barnes & Noble. And Peachtree City may be getting a Trader Joe's, but they're losing a Books A Million. And in my opinion, as someone who's never been to Trader Joe's, Books A Million is a million times better. Very clever, me. Very clever. Love it. So what is some non-sad news going on, y'all? What is some stuff happening that is happy? Christmas is around the corner, and Harold Baird loves him some Christmas. That's something going well for me. There's a lot in my life right now that's hard. Money is, I wouldn't say it's hard yet, but it is getting to the point where it's frustrating, you know? Like I do a lot of, I'm a side gig guy. Maybe that's what it's called. Maybe that's what the job things are called. Side gigs? I don't think that's what it is either. But I am finding stuff to do work-wise that I can still take care of my health, because my health right now has to be my number one priority, because it started nosediving pretty bad a couple months ago, and I got to catch it. And I got to slip that baby up. So that stuff's going hard. My physical health is bad. My mental health is okay right now. We're doing okay. We're on a new mood stabilizer. My therapy's going well. My girlfriend is lovely. My child is lovely. My friends are lovely. It's just I have dips. We're going up and down. A lot of up and downs right now. But I'm trying to find things to distract me, so to get through the days, as I was talking about. Very much we're in a wake up, what can I do? Christmas makes me really excited. I love Christmas. I have to be careful now because of having my own finances rather than shared finances. I have to be careful about how I spend the money. And I think I'm done Christmas shopping because I don't have much money to spend. I still got to do stockings. I mean, Santa still has to get stockings. So I'm really excited for Christmas. Love Christmas. Thanksgiving, do not care. Get it on over with. Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road. Although I am excited that people will be around me that entire week. I'll get to have company, and I will enjoy that. But otherwise, Thanksgiving is bleh. Okay, cool, whatever. But Christmas is lovely. And in order to try to get some financial stability heading into Christmas, and in order to both be around people and get out of the house and find things to do, I have started door dashing a bit, because I've had a lot of people say to give that a try if I really need to make my own schedule, and I do, because the way my pain is, it doesn't matter. We don't have to get into all that. Oh, the motorcycle just drove by. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that motorcycle? Ooh, that was noisy. So I started door dashing, and door dashing is not as bad as I thought it would be. I'm making more money than I thought I would. I thought I'd be making around like $10, $11 an hour. And I won't say how much I'm making an hour, because it's still not good. Like, it's not impressive. It's not like, wow, Harold, way to go. You're really doing it, dude. But it's better than I thought it was going to be. They both pay you by offer, and sometimes they pay you like a flat rate of you'll get this much every hour. And I don't know how they decide which one it is. If you open it up, it says dash now, and you can always dash per offer. So anytime something comes up and you've waited a bit and a new offer comes up, you accept it, and you'll get paid however much the flat rate is plus tips. But then sometimes when you open the app, like I'll open the app. I say let's, like you're here. I'll open the app right now. So it's loading. It's got a little car that's driving with a burger on the back, a really big burger. And my option right now is earn per offer. Earn by time has a lock screen on it. It says earn by time mode is not currently available. And I don't know when it changes. I don't know when it goes from one to the other. I've never really understood how it decides which one you're capable of doing. So I started doing it, though. I've done it 3 times now. And it's kind of fun. Noon in traffic can suck, right? Like, if you've ever driven anywhere in your entire life, well, by anywhere, I mean, have you ever driven in Noonan in your entire life, then you understand that sometimes, man, when you're going back and forth on that Bowlesboro with all them red lights over by where the interstate is, it is painful. So you have to get comfortable going from gas to brake really quickly, and that can be annoying. It is annoying how much traffic, like, I don't drive often, right, except for door dashing, but otherwise I can go a whole day and not leave the house, and so in my head I forget how much traffic sucks in Noonan. And this does not feel like I'm being positive to DoorDash. It feels like I'm being a little negative Nancy bot. It's annoying. That part sucks. But the actual just thus far going to the places to pick up the orders, taking them to the customer has been a breeze. I don't know how many orders I've done now, 14, 15 probably total. Not an issue thus far. I went to Dunkin' Donuts once, and they were like, oh, we don't have oat milk, we have almond milk. Is that okay? I was like, sure, let me send a text. And I texted the people, and they were like, yeah, that's fine. That was the only thing that has happened that was annoying. I always remember the drinks. I always get to the places on time. Some of the drives are out in the distance. Like I took a Grinch, an inflatable Grinch from Big Lots to somewhere in Tyrone, and made a ton of money because I guess the distance and the tip, it was the most money I made in an hour in a long time. Um, and that was a nice, fun drive. I just got to get the fudge out of here and drive to Tyrone and deliver an inflatable Grinch, which surprised me because I did not know DoorDash did non foods. I thought DoorDash was strictly things you eat. So when it was like, hey, come pick up this Grinch from Big Lots, I was like, what? That's cool. And since then, it's been, oh no, I was about to say it's been exclusively food, but that's not true. I picked up a battery from AutoZone and took it to Honda of Noonan, which was another one where I made a ton of money on the one delivery, and it was an easy delivery. The only thing was the battery was heavy as hell, and I probably looked like an idiot carrying it in there. So that was lame. But it's been a, if you have a comfortable car and you have like blocks of time in between like 10 a.m. Well, really, every time I've done it at different times every day, has been good. The best one for me was like a 2 to 4, which does not seem like it would be. It seems like the lunch hour would be better. But I've only done morning, lunch, and afternoon. I have not done an evening shift because it gets dark really fast now, and I don't like that. I get grumpy about it getting dark. And in the evening, my girl and her children are here, and my child is here sometimes. Her children aren't here all the time. They're here sometimes too. The point is the people I love are at home at night. So if it's possible for me to go dash during the day and then at night spend it with the people that I love, that's what I'm going to do, y'all. That's way better for me. I do have to work 2 evenings. I work Tuesday nights and I work Wednesday nights. I don't dash. I do trivia, and then I either host bingo or do trivia over at Whimsical Cafe. If you love Whimsical Cafe, let me hear a hoot hoot. Because Whimsical Cafe is delicious, and they pay me to do things that I have fun doing. I love that job, and I love my trivia hosting job. It's far, it's in Fayetteville, and I don't like that. I don't like having to drive 45 minutes, but they pay me really well. They pay me like $30 an hour to host trivia, and I'm really good at it. I do a great job. Is it $30 an hour? No, it's probably more than that. I was counting. If you split it up to the drive as well, then it probably equals out to $35, $40 an hour. But if you're not doing it that way, then it's more like $50 an hour for the actual work. The actual work only goes from 6:15 to 8 o'clock. Then I'm out of there. So really not. It's good money. It's my point. It's good money. So I don't like doing things in the evening. I don't like having to work during the evening. I like getting my work done during the day and spending my evenings with my people. That's what gets me through. I wake up we're back to this loneliness thing about the days. I don't know if this is an episode about DoorDash or this is a time for me to just vent about loneliness. But I wake up and I look at the clock and I go, okay, only 7 more hours till my people are here. Or I go, okay, only 4 more hours till our people are here. And I used to be the type of person who absolutely adored my alone time. I liked my alone time more than anything else. It was so therapeutic for me. But that was at a time when, like, I was the stay-at-home parent, right? When my kid was little. So I went for 5 years being with someone all the time. And then in the evenings, I would either be still with my kid and with my wife and with my stepkids, or I would be at the theater and I'd be directing plays or being in a show. It was just people nonstop. So then when my kids started going to school, it took me a bit to then start really enjoying my alone time because I had alone time for the first time. And that lasted for a while where for like 4 years, 3 years maybe, where I really enjoyed it and I really got involved in creative projects and writing. And I got this Herald thing off the ground during that time. And I made like rap albums, silly rap albums. And I would write books just for fun. I'd play video games and I'd watch movies. And then I would work, then then I would find other time to make money. But I loved it. But I think I got burnt out with it because, and I don't know what it is now, but now when I have alone time, I feel like I don't exist, which is, I'm sure, like a mental thing. Like I feel like the world has forgotten that I am a person, and if they forget it, they're not going to be there for me at all in the rest of my time. This is not what I want to talk about. I don't know why I'm getting so deep into this. I do know why, because I'm struggling a bit in my brain waves. But I don't want to talk about that anymore. So we're going to change the subject back to door dashing. I did have one dash, right? Okay. So you get your star ratings if you accept orders, it helps you. If they leave a review, it helps you. All that helps you get better offers. So you have to be very consistent. I got a warning a couple days ago. See, I lied when I said I didn't have any problems. I forgot about this one. I got a warning saying your delivery was extremely late. This is a strike against you. Maybe not a strike. I don't know what they called it. They didn't call it a strike, but I don't remember. But I got a warning about it. And it was 6 minutes late. And it showed you the order was promised at 3:15 and you delivered it at 3:21, which is true. It was 6 minutes late, but also we're talking about 6 minutes. I don't know if it's like maybe it was longer than 6 minutes and it just put the wrong date or the wrong time, or the customer sent a complaint about it being 6 minutes late, and that's why the strike came up against me. I don't know how that part works, because I know I've delivered a couple of them not exactly on time, because when you get to the place, it's possible they're not done with it yet, right? Like, I've taken from Zaxby's a few times now. Zaxby's is never ready. Every time I go into a Zaxby's, it's, oh, give us a few more minutes, sir. We'll get it right over there to you, sir. Oh, we're not quite ready, sir. They're all old farmers at Zaxby's, which makes sense because of chickens and stuff. Yeah, I'll stick by that. They're all old farmers with pitchforks and stuff, and they hand you your food on a pitchfork or a hoe. So Zaxby's always takes a while. Most places, good to go. I've gone to American Deli more than I've gone anywhere else, and I had never been in American Deli before this. This job made me realize American Deli exists. Otherwise, I had no idea what an American Deli was. But I've been there a bunch through this position, and they look delicious. I haven't eaten any of their food, but American Deli, legit, and they're always ready. They're always good to go. Been to Dunkin' Donuts a few times, been to Zaxby's, been to Starbucks, been to McDonald's, of course. But Zaxby's is never ready. American Deli is always ready. Those are the two things that are most important when door dashing, is to remember that if you got an American Deli delivery, you Gucci. If you got a Zaxby's, you might be 6 minutes late and you might get a warning against you. All that to say, I don't want to encourage you to do DoorDash, because if you do DoorDash, I lose out on DoorDash. There will be less orders for me to take. So if you're listening to this and you're thinking, wow, I really want to do this. This sounds like it would be a fun experience. Don't. Do Uber Eats. Or, no, don't even do Uber Eats, because if someone can do Uber Eats, like if someone's placing an order and Uber Eats is available, they'll probably do that instead of use the DoorDash, because I think it's a little bit cheaper. So I'm going to actually say don't do that. Instead, leave things for me. Leave as much as possible for me. Because the one person that matters most in this world is actually my daughter. I would say she matters more than anyone else in the world. See, that's not fair. You're going to hear that and you go, wait, my daughter matters more. Now I'm mad at you. Don't get mad at me, y'all. All I'm saying is, to me, my kid matters more than your kid does. And I would hope everyone feels the same way about their child. But if you're an adult and you think you matter more than your child does, then, even if that's the case, we can say that's you taking care of yourself, and that's you taking care of yourself, which will make you a better parent. So I am okay with you saying, it's almost as if, as long as it's a good person, I'm fine with them mattering the most to you. Not even sure what my point. Oh, my point was don't DoorDash. At least not in any of the times I'm going to. So if you plan on DoorDashing, check with me first. You can message me on the Noon Time with Harold page, and I will let you know if now is a good time for you to DoorDash or not, because baby boy needs to take that sweet, sweet food and make that sweet, sweet money. I love you forever. Hold on tight. Feel the love. Merry Christmas.
I live. I die.